Right now, as you watch this video, thousands of pieces of software you have never heard of are quietly running the global economy. Your bank uses it. Amazon uses it. NASA uses it, and almost none of it has a price tag. This is the hidden foundation of modern business, and it is called free and open source software. Most people think of software as something you buy. Microsoft Office, Adobe Photoshop may be a game, but that commercial layer sits on top of an enormous invisible infrastructure. The Linux kernel alone powers over 60% of all websites on the internet. Android, which runs around 68% of mobile devices globally, is built on Linux. The internet as we know it would be unrecognizable without FOSS. So what exactly is free and open source software? The word free here does not mean free like a free coffee sample. It means freedom. Freedom to use, study, modify, and distribute the software. Open source means the source code, the recipe behind the program, is publicly available. Anyone can read it, improve it, or build something new with it. Think of it like a community cookbook that anyone can edit. The story starts in 1983 when Richard Stallman launched the GNU project at MIT. He was frustrated that he could not fix a bug in a printer because the source code was proprietary. He believed software should be free, as in freedom. Then, in 1991, a Finnish student named Linus posted a message to a newsgroup saying, "I am working on a free operating system. It is just a hobby, won't be big." That hobby became Linux. By the late 1990s, companies like Red Hat proved you could build a profitable business entirely around open source. Here's the question everyone asks. If the software is free, how does anyone make money? The answer is surprisingly elegant. Companies make money on everything around the software. Support contracts, hosted services, custom integrations, training, and certification. Red Hat, acquired by IBM for $34 billion in 2019, gave away its software but charged for enterprise support. That model works because businesses do not just need software. They need reliability, accountability, and someone to call at 2 a.m. when the server is down. Let us make this concrete. When you use Google Search, you are using a system that runs on Linux servers orchestrated by Kubernetes, both open source. When your doctor pulls up your medical records, there is a good chance the database underneath is Postgres or MySQL, both FOSS. The Apache web server, which is free and open source, once powered over 60% of all websites on the internet. WordPress, also open source, powers over 40% of the entire web today. These are not edge cases. This is the mainstream. One of the most powerful arguments for FOSS in business is security, and this often surprises people. Intuitively, you might think, if anyone can see the code, cannot anyone find the vulnerabilities? The answer is yes, and that is actually the point. Thousands of security researchers and developers worldwide are constantly reviewing the code. Problems get found faster, fixed faster, and verified more thoroughly than in closed-source software where you have to trust the vendor's word. This principle is called Linus law. Given enough eyeballs, all bugs are shallow. Now, open source does not mean zero rules. The rules are defined by licenses. The most important ones, the GPL, which says if you distribute the software, you must also share your source code. The MIT license, which just says you must keep the copyright notice, very permissive. And the Apache license, which adds patent protection. There is also the AGPL, which closes the SaaS loophole. Most businesses use a mix. Understanding these licenses is essential for any company using open source. So how should a business adopt FOSS strategically? First, audit everything. Identify every open source component in your stack. Second, establish a clear policy. Create guidelines for how your team uses, contributes to, and releases open source software. Third, contribute back even in small ways. Bug fixes, documentation, or financial support. The companies that succeed with FOSS are not special. They simply recognized an opportunity and acted on it. And what about the future? Artificial intelligence is the next frontier of open source. Models like Meta's Llama, Mistral AI, and platforms like Hugging Face are democratizing access to cutting-edge AI technology. Just as Linux opened up operating systems, open-source AI is opening up artificial intelligence. We are entering an era where the most important infrastructure will not be owned by any single company. It will be built by communities. For everyone, free and open-source software is not a trend. It is the foundation of modern technology and business operations. The question is not whether to engage, but how to do so most effectively. Every company using FOSS must choose, remain a passive consumer, accepting risks while missing opportunities, or become a strategic partner, contributing to the ecosystem while gaining competitive advantages? The choice is clear. Join the community that powers the world.